Hi, this is Athena StarSeed. This is a series called Raising Reverence, and it is Thanksgiving 2019. And this sign says, "Adventure starts where plans end." So we had lots of wonderful things happen today. We're having a non-traditional, new traditional Thanksgiving. And I want to show you, we adopted a turkey, a real live turkey we adopted from Farm Sanctuary. And this is our Thanksgiving turkey, because we are doing a very wonderful brand new tradition, which is a breatharian breath-giving Thanksgiving. And this is our turkey. We're gonna name her Goofball after the real turkey that we adopted. So we saved a turkey's life, and then we're not eating a turkey, so that's at least 2 turkeys we saved. And we have here all of our little things we're grateful for on the turkey feathers. So I got Reverence, Mommy, Daddy, Family, Adopt a Turkey, farmsanctuary.org, where you can also adopt your own turkey. Our turkey's name is Goofball. We have Ilitam, Elamine. We're grateful for him, for living at the Sound Palace Temple. We're grateful for our roommates. We're grateful for our health. Our health is our greatest wealth. And because this is a channel on raising your frequency and raising reverence,
Hi.
Say Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right. This is a breath-filled fun day. So we're going to be doing painting later. We're going to be doing dancing. We watched a movie already. And this is a brand new, exciting tradition. So this is the Sound Palace Temple. I'll just walk you around a little bit. We have the candles lit. We have the altar here. This is the altar with all the divine beings and beautiful roses. Stop and smell the roses. Ah, what a beautiful day. And so we are really celebrating what we're grateful for. And I am grateful for my life and my family and my health and just beauty and light and love. Aww, and this is going to be out there to you guys to inspire you to do something that is a brand new tradition that you create. Because sometimes we just get these traditions that are handed down to us and we don't even know why we're doing them, right? Like, we just do them because they're habits and they're traditions. One habit after another habit after another habit. But really, what's important is it kind? Is it friendly? And is it sustainable? But right now, we think about it, a lot of times, you know, people are clogging up their bodies and they're creating preventable diseases on all the holidays. We mostly gather together around food. And food is our #1 problem that is making us sick. And if we think about it, the Food and Drug Administration. Food is a drug. Food's a drug. And it's not that it's easy to get off, but it's possible to get off. So what we're doing right now in our breatharian process is intermittent fasting. So today I'm doing another dry fast. I did a day and a half yesterday and the day before. And you know, and I'm just coming in and out and I'm being gentle with my body. I feel amazing. I feel like I don't have to eat. I don't want to eat. But I'm getting ready to go on an incredible walk. Make sure you guys shut the door. Say Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. We're going to go on our walk.
The cruise walk.
This is Ilitam Elamine, Master Breatharian Teacher.
La la la. I'm hearing these elements.
Yeah, it's been a little sprinkly and a little rainy, but amazing. And so this is our second walk for today. And so we're feeding on prana. We're feeding on the life force. And this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful LA rainy day. And why is it beautiful? Because we need the rain in LA. We've been through a lot this year, a lot of fires, a lot of things burning down. And so I'm an intuitive reader and I work at the Mystic Journey, and I also do private readings at my home and for people all over the world. And what I want to say is, when you see things in your life that need to be rebooted, you know, like the tarot card, the Tower card, is about burning things down, old things that no longer serve you. And that can be habit patterns, you know what I'm saying? Like sitting on the couch all the time watching too many movies. It's okay to watch a movie here and there. We watched a movie this afternoon, but we're also doing our walking twice a day. You know, it's really good to walk in the morning, first thing when you wake up. Give your body that exercise, that oxygen, that nutrition, that cosmic energy coming down from prana. Woo! Looks like we're flying. And then also too, we walk in the evening, in the afternoon. This is early afternoon right now, but for many of you, no matter what time it is, you can find some place to walk. Even if you're in cold climates, you can go to a mall and you can walk around and do some window shopping. But it's important to move your body and to breathe and to appreciate your life. And when we get back, we're gonna do some painting. So we're gonna paint some mandalas. That's gonna be really exciting. We got some paints this week. And we're gonna be doing some meditating, some Qigong, and also some Tai Chi, which is awesome because these are subtle energies. And we wanna move these subtle energies in and out and around our bodies, because the more that we move the fluid, the more that we start exercising our inner, oh, there we go, yay! Our inner illumination. There she goes. There she goes, down the road. You know, you remember being a little kid. You don't care if it's raining outside. You're gonna play 24/7, every day, every day. Yeah. So I was recently looking up the reverse tarot. I got this really cool book called The Reverse Tarot. It's really awesome. And it talks about the Fool. The Fool card in the Tarot is the 0 card. And it's also the number 22, which is my number. I am a 2/22, February 22nd. I'm coming up on a big birthday in 2020. I'm very excited about that. But when you realize that the Fool is about the royal path, it's about taking your energy into the environment of this life and realizing that the royal path is remembering who we are and why we came and how we can make our life more childlike and fun and free and beautiful, right? Because that's what this life is for. So the Fool comes in and doesn't really remember who they are, but they go through this process and they start opening up to who they can become. The magician, the high priestess, the emperor, the empress. That's the king and the queen of your own life, right? That's where you understand that you, as the creature, are part of all of creation. On the creation, love, and station. Okay, we got some friends coming here. Okay, let's get some, this is for YouTube, Ellie Tom. We're on Thanksgiving. Let's give us a Thanksgiving message.
Oh, absolutely. Now, we said earlier in the other video that on this Thanksgiving Day, there's like 46 million turkeys that they got calculated that's being sacrificed for this day.
Wow.
And that's just the ones that they, you know,
Counting.
Wow. So that's something on this type of tradition.
And they have
like
mothers
this.
and fathers. Those little animals, they're beings. I mean, what's the difference between your cat and your dog? Would you eat your cat and dog? No.
Oh man.
You know?
Well, it all takes an education and awareness, but one thing for sure, on a positive note, a lot more animals is getting their lives saved as each year go past also. As a lot of people are making a vegan transition and becoming more sensitive to their behavior. But what it boils down to is, on another level, it's about our health. You do overall get healthier when you leave denser foods alone. And I've seen that in my own experience, and of course, other people is also seeing that to be true also. So being on a breatharian journey about eating or not eating, that's not what it's about, but the whole message is about health. Get where you at now and just upgrade your game a little bit if you want to be a lot more healthier and happier. So leaving the meats alone is the densest thing on the menu. So at least contemplate and think about backing up on that and leaving a lot more alone.
Yeah, and we're just talking about also too, doing your body a favor, giving it a little break once a week on the day that you were born. Consider fasting.
Oh,
you know?
absolutely.
Even if it's just on liquids from sun up to sundown, or if you want to do a 24-hour fast, you can do it on water. But that one day a week is going to give you such a beautiful break, right?
Oh, absolutely. And fasting is one of the oldest therapies on the planet. Fasting, and guess what another one is? Talking to somebody. Talking out your problems. That's one of the oldest. Once we learn how to talk, huh?
Yeah.
Telling your problems. So those are some old therapies that always will be here because it's part of our Constitution. You don't need to eat physical food every single day. Give your system some rest, and it will benefit your health overall, because this is all a health message again.
Right, and that's so beautiful because being in the health and fitness business, thank you so much for that. Being in the health and fitness business, you know, most of my life, more than half my life, it's taught me to really have a greater appreciation for health and wellness and play. You know, when something's taken away from you, you start to really consider appreciating it more. And so for me, oh, look at how beautiful this is. For me, what was important is that, like, when I was a kid, I was in a wheelchair. Like, I was an athlete and I was very athletic, and then one day my body started to have extreme pain and I went misdiagnosed for a year. And finally they rushed me to the emergency room and they found out with an x-ray that I have a very rare bone disease called leg calf perthes, which put me in a wheelchair off and on for 4 years. Wheelchairs, surgeries, braces, body casts, crutches. So when I finally learned how to walk again and I got the use of my legs back, I did not take that for granted. I worked out every day. And I mean, just watching my friends play and get on the cheerleading squad, and then my guy friends and doing football, and just watching them through a window in a hospital bed in my front living room. We got gifted a hospital bed, and I'm here in this hospital bed watching all the kids play for like 3 years. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna take care of these legs. So I had to learn how to walk all over again at 14. Like a baby, I had to go to the parallel bars, then I had to be on crutches, and then eventually when I dropped those crutches, I started to lift weights, I started running, I started biking, I started jogging. I was jogging in high school with my uncle and my dad every morning before school, and it felt so good, and it feels so good. So this is, you know, this is a health message. This is general to everybody. And I do want to say, this is 2019 and we're in November, and this month I had 2 friends that died. They died from preventable diseases due to lifestyle. They did not have to die. One of them was a really close friend of mine, but she was a client of mine in the boot camp that I taught for years. And she had always struggled with her weight back and forth. And then I went into retirement. I lost track of her. And at Amaji, the Hugging Saints, Hugging Day last week that we went to, I sat next to a random woman. We started talking about what we both did. And she said, oh, you're Athena. My girlfriend, Nicole, used to talk about you all the time. And I was like, whatever happened to her? And she goes, she died. And I was like, oh my God, she died. She died 2 years ago. And then that afternoon later, I had another girlfriend call me and say my very dear friend Ed Wing passed away 2 weeks ago. And I didn't even know. And we were singing together and we were touring together. We went to festivals together. He was an incredible musician. He left an adopted son behind who's like in his 20s. Oh my goodness. And I just feel like, what could we do more? Do you see what I'm saying? And this is really motivating me to get back into the health and fitness industry and really start teaching globally. So Elitam Elamine and I have been invited to Italy this year, and we're going to go to Egypt, and we're going to be going to Mount Shasta, and we've been invited to Sedona. And this is a message for everyone. Everybody with a body has this message at their heart, because when they understand that when they take care of their body, that their body will take care of them and they'll be there for them. And it's important because, like, here we go, my daughter's bike riding, right? And I had my daughter late in life. I want to see my daughter's kids. I want to be able to live a healthy life and be able to continue doing things. Like, I got roller skates. I got roller skates this year with my daughter, and we go down to Venice Beach and we roller skate. I also got a bicycle last month. Another one. I already had a bicycle, but I had a flat tire. Ellie Tom fixed it. I gave that one to him, and I got myself a new bike. And now I'm biking, I'm hiking, I'm walking 2 or 3 times a day. We're doing Qigong. You know, a family that plays together stays together. So we want to just celebrate you and celebrate life and celebrate health. And if these videos motivate you, do something small, even something tiny today to improve your health. So the breatharian message is based on meditation, because you need a second energy fuel source. And then it's also based on
kickstarts.
Qigong and Tai Chi. And what happens when you do that, it starts to heal your body and heal your mind and heal your soul, because you're not just dependent on eating the food. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people only get their nutrients from one energy source, which is food. But if you think about it, the sun shines on the plants. Then we eat the plants. That's energy once removed. Then if you're eating animals, which I used to eat animals, I'm not judging anybody, but you're going to eat an animal that's eating a plant that is twice removed. So now, if you just channel the pranic energy, which I'm going to put a link at the bottom of this video, it's called Spiritual Realities, Deepak Chopra, Spiritual Realities. And that shows you how to pull down cosmic light when you're meditating. Now, why is that important? Because it's a pure primary source of energy. It's not a secondary or a third source. So it goes right into your body and you're able to utilize that. So today, my gosh, it's almost like 3 o'clock right now. I'm in the middle of this will be third day for dry fasting. So they say 3 days or 4 days of dry fasting, you start to actually eat all of the negative cells start to get cannibalized. They start to dissolve. You start to eat them. You start to pass them through. They die off, and you clean out your body. So you want to clean out your body. You want to clean out your intestines. So what happens is we have in our intestines this mucoid plaquing. We have in our brain mucoid plaquing. And that starts to cause dis-ease. All the itises are inflammation based on the wrong diet choices. And so arthritis is in your joints and bronchitis is in your lungs. You know, so all of these different things are preventable. And what's interesting to me is, okay, I got out of the wheelchair when I was 14. Then when I was 24, I started the first California fitness boot camp called Costali's Killer Boot Camp in the Valley and underneath the Hollywood sign. So I did that for 15 straight years, and that was kind of a cutting edge. Then I studied with Don Tolman, and he was talking about the power of fasting. And he had done several 40-day fasts and then ran a complete marathon on watermelon juice. Okay, that impressed me. So I studied with him, and I studied with his son, Tyler Tolman, who used to live at my home a good decade ago. Anyways, Tyler's in Bali now doing retreats, teaching people how to fast, the power of fasting. But then I evolved out of that, and now the next bump after intermittent fasting is breatharianism. And that's eating little to no food at all. Now, why is that important? Because it takes time for your cells to get the memo that you're using another fuel source. And this isn't crazy at all, because in 2009, I had a very profound dream, which I've shared with some of you, about this huge 6-foot eagle that came to me and told me about this book that I had bought 10 years earlier that was in my garage. And I woke up out of the dream at 3 in the morning, and I found the book, and the book was, here's this beautiful flower, all about shifting your body over to another fuel source, using your lungs and your skin to breathe and to suck in the energy of the prana. And so I read that entire book on the way to Bali, and I started fasting in the jungle in Bali for 9 days. And I felt extraordinary energy and extreme power. And I was like, wow, this is revolutionizing my life. However, at day 9, I didn't know where to go after that. I didn't have any instruction. And so last year, I started looking up breatharians, and I found Ray Mayor, I found Eli Tam. I had known about Jasmine. She's pretty much been out there, I mean, for the last 30 years. But I had kind of wanted to do her dark room and try to go to the Prana Fest with her, but I never seemed to be able to get off of work. But now I have materialized Eli Tam Elamin to live with me, and now we're doing these product retreats together, and I'm learning so much information, and it's all scientific. He teaches us through these videos that he shows, like a Nobel Prize winner, the fasting starvation diet is curing cancer. Big, big, big deal. Okay? I'm not saying that. The Nobel Prize winner is saying that. So you can look it up. Fasting, starvation diet, Nobel Prize. And you'll see this Japanese guy, I think he's Japanese, he's Asian, who did all of this research. There's also doctors in Russia that are doing 40 years of fasting research. There's another guy that's a health and wellness professional that talks about we don't even have to drink water. Like, that blew my mind. Ellie Tom showed us that video. So it's about the benefits of dry fasting. Look that up. Because that guy will show you that we drink our own intracellular fluid, and it's the purest water on the planet. So we can't ignore this scientific research, and we have to upgrade. Our cars are upgrading, right? We got electric cars now. I have a hybrid, but I'm getting ready to get a Tesla. But this is the thing, if we're upgrading our cars and we're upgrading our iPhone every year, we're upgrading our technology, we don't use a Betamax. We don't use a VCR. So why would we still be eating the same way that we ate 15, 20 years ago when we already know that it's linked to all these diseases? Clogging up the body, slowing down the cognitive function, dumbing us down, not giving us the energy, not giving us the youthfulness. So this is Athena StarSeed. It's a series called Raising Reverence, and anything you do today to help your health and your fitness, I inspire you and encourage you to do. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Happy, happy breath-giving Thanksgiving. Love you. Say happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, blessings and light. Stay tuned.